I'm honored to welcome His Excellency Hamad Bouamim, the President and CEO of the Dubai Chamber of Commerce, who's joining us today at the Khaleej Times Jerusalem Post Conference. So, Your Excellency, I'd like to start with COVID-19, right? It's slowed down economies across the globe, but I think it also creates some opportunities, especially for countries like Israel and the United Arab Emirates, two countries with relatively small populations. What opportunities do you see on the horizon for these two countries?
First of all, thanks for having me. Of course, COVID-19 impacted the whole of the world, and the year 2020 was a very difficult one for everyone because health and safety was a priority. And when countries start realizing control of that, they start turning back to the economy. And we hope that the economy will be the focus going forwards. Economies or small economies such as Israel and the United Arab Emirates have certain opportunities with the current agreements that's been signed for a number of reasons. I want to start saying that, with the recovery that we are looking for going forwards, everybody is looking for new markets and looking for new demands to support the recovery. And we hope that the markets between both of us will give certain opportunities for our businesses in terms of a new area that's been opened on. And like when you look at the demands for Israeli agricultures, will have more interest from Dubai and UAE sides. And from the other sides also, Dubai will have more interest from the Israeli tourists in terms of hotels and retails. I would say that's point number one. Point number two is with this crisis also, there is more and more emphasis in a number of sectors that's always been of interest, but maybe they start getting more interest during this crisis. And here I'm naming the healthcare sectors, right, the technology sector, and the agriculture. Right. And we believe that this will open new avenues of cooperations between businesses and governments from both sides to deal with a number of issues such as the digital transformations or the area of food securities, the pharmaceutical and the medical equipment, etc. So definitely such crises will give opportunities for these sectors. And we hope that looking forwards in year 2021, and the fact that Dubai will be hosting the World Expo, the timing also of our agreements will be of interest because we believe it will be a good avenue for Israel to showcase all its abilities, technologies, and know-how, not only for the region, but for the world. And definitely starting almost, I would say, a year before this event is a good thing for showcasing what Israel can do. But again, COVID-19 challenges, let's hope it's behind us, and let's look forward for year 2021 with the opportunities that we want to build on.
Well, as you say, inshallah, as we say, please God, but it's all the same. I want to ask you also, Israel, ever since the Accords were announced a few months ago, I'm curious in the larger Emirati business community, how has this been received? What's the sentiment that you're feeling? I know that you've met with Israeli business delegations, but what are you getting your sense from your colleagues? Are they accepting of Israel? Is it a warm embrace?
I believe it is warm, and there is a lot of excitement in these relationships. Again, maybe the timing, as you said, is when everything is quiet and you start seeing a new business relationship with a lot of excitement of what this can bring for us going forward. It is extremely positive. This is what I want to tell you. But what's really important for us is really to build the relationships. Right. And it's beyond just, the limited excitements of now and then, but we need to look for more of medium to long term. And we need to have a win-win situation for both sides that everybody can build on for a long term.
So one of the things that you did was you signed an agreement, a partnership of sorts, together with the Tel Aviv Chamber of Commerce. Can you tell us What's the substance of that agreement? What does that actually look like?
We wanted something systematic. So actually what we signed is beyond an MOU. It's more of strategic partnership between us and Tel Aviv chambers and the federations of Israeli chambers of commerce. We specified very specific outcomes that we started delivering a number of them already. And the first thing was about conducting a joint study. Usually when one side look at the other sides, they are kind of one-sided, but we wanted to do something jointly where we can represent Dubai and businesses from UAE. They can represent Israel and what's happening over there. And we look at the opportunities that hopefully we can find. And this is what we published already. So this study, we see it as a guiding.
And it maps out the areas of collaboration. Is that the idea?
Of collaborations, right. Opportunities. And this is a living document. It's just the start of which areas we believe that can add value for both sides. It's provide all the statistics and information that hopefully will help businesses to take it forward. And number two, also, we agreed to organize a number of activities and events and webinars to be able to educate the businesses of what can be done and also to educate them about challenges. We have to be fair and clear about the opportunities and the challenges. We also agreed that we will reciprocate visits from both sides. We were lucky to receive a number of delegations from Israel already, and we hope that we'll be also be able to take a number of delegations going forwards to Tel Aviv and educate them with what can be done. And we're doing this, again, based in this strategic partnership. And we are hoping, of course, also to be able to strengthen the relationship by opening a representative office of Dubai in Tel Aviv. And this is something the Federation of Israeli Chambers will come to host, and we are studying that. Our aim here is to facilitate, educate, kind of guide the businesses and connect them to build relationships. And from one side in Dubai, we are the public institution representing all the businesses, but we understand the situation is different in Tel Aviv and in Israel. And this is where also through this strategic partnership, it was extended already to the export institutions and to the manufacturer associations. And all of these institutions are representing businesses. So already we are building between our institutions here in Dubai and in Israel, a good relationships to help the businesses build the relationships in the right way and the right system.
Well, Hamad Bouamim, the president and CEO of the Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I want to thank you for joining us today at the Jerusalem Post Khaleej Times conference. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.